and welcome to another episode of the Williams Today Show, episode 35. I'm your host, William Prue with Real Estate One.
And I'm your co-host, Hannah Lachowski with Real Estate One.
And you guys are for sure, in fact, kind of, sort of, 100% watching the Hannah's Today Show, the Williams Today Show, and the Three Keys Teams Today Show. One of those three, for sure, one of those three, two of those three, we don't know. We really don't know where we're going, but we're going to get there one day. You guys already know the rules. Positive impact, one day at a time, and we are
Crickety coconut cracking the code.
cracking the code. And on today's episode, the code that we are cracking is to what is an appraisal, what is an appraiser, and why do we need that in the real estate world. So Hannah, go ahead and give us a brief, straight to the point, what it is, what it does.
All right, so an appraisal is an estimated home value, and an appraiser is the one that gives that. They're a third party, and they're hired by the buyer's lender to come out and to give them the home's value. And it's based off of a multitude of things.
Bam!
Break down for
You
ya.
see what I mean? When Hannah's explaining it, 2 minutes, bam. Everybody understands in the room and be like, oh my God, yeah. William's explaining it like, huh? What? So, Hannah, and you know what, when we run into those people that are like, oh my God, we just seen your video, it made so much sense, and I'm like, I'm looking to say hi, and all of them are talking to Hannah. They're all talking to Hannah, no one's with
right.
But yes, absolutely, Hannah said it perfectly. That is exactly what an appraisal is. And there is a multitude of things that an appraisal will look at. So, first and foremost, a listing agent will come out to your property and they'll give you the blueprint. And basically what that blueprint is what an appraiser will use to a certain extent, right? For example, me and Hannah walk into your property, you want to sell it, we show you 5 to 6 homes, if not more, if not less, that are comparable to your property, that are within 6 miles. We try to do it just like an appraisal will do it. That way we don't misstep and everything backfires during the appraisal process.
Right.
But we'll walk you through it. Square footage, similarities in the homes, garage, no garage,
Right.
things like that.
Bedrooms.
And we'll walk you through to understand why your house is worth what it's worth. And basically in that process, you'll learn exactly what an appraisal is going to do. But what I'm going to explain to you guys are 5 main things that an appraiser is going to look at when they come to accurately estimate your home. So, starting with number 1, the exterior of the property. They're going to look at the foundation, the roof, the walls, and in this process, they're not inspectors, but they do just like everybody else, walk and look and see with common sense. So we remember that there's a separation, and they do two totally different things, but they do kind of meet there somewhere, and we have to just accept that and acknowledge it. So if they see that foundation is cracking in, if the siding is falling off, if the roof looks like it's not in the best shape, they're going to see that, they're going to note that. That way the buyer doesn't end up in a situation after purchasing the property that they could default on the loan, hence putting the bank in a position to sell it. So you guys have to see it from multiple perspectives when understanding what an appraisal does. So, exterior, and then we go into the house, we look at the size, right? We're looking at the square footage. Again, just like in the real estate agent will do, they'll show you the square footage of similar homes. The appraiser's doing the same thing. Now they're bringing the square footage down to a percentage based on the square foot's dollar amount. It gets super deep, man. How deep does the rabbit hole go? It's really not that complicated, but there's a system in play and something that we, if it wasn't for that, we'd be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
There'd be up and down values all the way around, and taxes would be insane, as they already are, right? But the interior of the property as well, they're looking at plumbing, they're looking at electrical, they're looking at the basements,
Right.
Is it finished, is it not finished? But the same concept, is it worth the amount that the buyer is giving, right? Is there anything crazy about to happen to this house that's gonna put our buyer in the hole? I hope not. They have to disclose that, they have to be honest, and so they're working for all three, they're working for the buyer, the seller, and the bank, technically. I like to say that. I like to, hopefully their morals are to that standard they're supposed to be.
Right.
So Also looking at upgrades to the home. What has the seller done? Have they added a new HVAC system? Is there an in-ground pool? Is there a huge patio outside? You know, some differences that separate it from other houses that can either drive the price up or drive it down in difference. Same thing with amenities. It ties into the upgrades as well. Certain things that this property has that other properties don't, that separates it and again drives the property up or drives the property down. This is basically what an appraiser does. They come through and they validate the amount of money that the buyer's about to give. Okay?
Right.
Baby, birth, the whole thing, but I hope I made that make sense to you guys. If you need help connecting the dots throughout the transaction and the process, please, 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 we absolutely we love to answer questions and we'd love to help you guys. We are your trusted real estate advisors and counselors downriver. I promise you. Reach out, you'll love us, or at least Hannah, and that's all you need is to love Hannah, okay? I'm just there to make jokes. That's what I'm here for. But that's basically exactly it. There is more to it. Again, ask us if you want to know more about the process. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I do. 2 things, 2 myths I got to get rid of now. And again, guys, the reason why we do the episodes that we make have to do with what we deal with on a weekly basis. Right. So 2 myths I'm ruling out right now, and my sellers, I want you to hear me when I'm saying this, and you know you will, I'm not going to call you out here, but Zillow, guys, Zillow, Hannah, say it.
Oh, they give you a zest to miss, but really, it's a zest to miss.
You said zest to miss?
Yeah.
Zest to miss. Oh, she said it right. I just want to have, she was like, yeah,
Not
I
a
said it right.
zestimate, it's a zest to miss.
Not a zestimate, it's a zest to miss. And I hate to bash anybody, and I'm really trying not to, but we deal with so many clients, even, oh my God, even with the listings, right? Mm-hmm. People are sending us houses, our buyers, that are on Zillow, and they have been sold for 6 months to a year, who knows. Zillow, just don't get your heart, as Hannah would say, set on anything that Zillow tells you.
Yes.
So a lot of times, our sellers, before we walk into the door, because they're so smart, I'm sorry, and I get to mess with them because that's what I do. But it's like, oh, but this is what Zillow told me. I'm like, well, Zillow didn't walk through your house like I just did.
Exactly.
They see pictures. It's a zestimate, and they do disclose within their documentations, if you look through their little files, that they know that they're not always 100% accurate, and by not always, never accurate, especially when they tell people the houses that are available on the market, which aren't.
I know.
Which lead our clients to think that we're trying to keep them away from those houses. No, we're not.
We're not
we
trying
promise
to break
you.
your hearts, we swear.
We want you to get a house just as bad as you do. I promise you that. So zest a myth. That is a myth. They cannot value your property correctly. I promise you that. And number 2, tax assessments. Just had a seller show me their annual tax assessment of what the assessed value is. That is not the amount that your house is worth. The market is continuously going up and down. There is a lot that happens within a tax assessment year to year to year to year, and you should be educated on that. Again, that's something else you can reach out to us about, and we can explain that to you. But that is not the value of your property. Do not look at that document and assume that that's how much your house is worth, because I guarantee you it's not. And in this market, it's worth more. I promise. Ask us. Ask us. 2 myths. Gone out the door. Don't believe it. Know the facts. That's what we got. Thank you for catching before we ended the video. But guys, I feel like we hit everything there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
As always, it cost $0 and 0 cents to be a decent human being in this world. Smile, be happy, make it a great week. We will see you guys on the next episode.